how important is physical attraction to the health of any marriage?
Good evening to our listeners. It's great to be here every Sunday.
Yeah.
It's also great to get feedback. Later did I people do listen to
there were a lot of people listening.
A lot of people.
Yeah. You are very popular now.
I will thank God and thank you too for the opportunity to serve Mother Ghana.
Oh, the pleasure is always ours.
To serve Mother Ghana. Physical attraction is the feeling of being drawn to someone or getting closer to someone by his or her physical looks, presence, and appearance. And the things that, let me speak this way, maybe as a man.
Okay.
A director will join us, as a woman, hot dress, them to, but as a man, generally speaking, for most men, the things that draw men closer in terms of physical appearance are certain parts of our body, So men will look at the person's butts or the buttocks. They want to look at your breast. They want to look at your skin. If you are dark, is it a nice one? If you are fair, and some will prefer infinity, what we say chocolate, as a cocoa, as a tuntum.
Yeah.
That is the simple language to define that. Yeah. That's a cocoa, as a tuntum. Then we say it's chocolate. So these are the things people look out for. People would even want to look at your hair. How is your hair? When you're in school those days, you have to brush your hair to get a certain curls in the
waves.
You come to fading, and now when I brush my hair, those curls again. You come back to the fading, but to say that men and women alike look at certain things. I mean, certain things will draw a man to a woman or a woman to a man, and that are the things that we see. And we have always said that men are attracted more by what we see. So in fact, sight is important to people and to men. The things we see. Some will look at, especially the women. I want a TikTok man. So the physique is important to the women. Some will say, I want a man with hairs on the chest. Someone will say, I want a man with a broad chest so I can lay my head on the broad chest. These are all things that women too look out for. And again, women will look at even your nose and your teeth, and the men to look at your teeth and everything. I mean, the arrangement of your teeth. So if the arrangement is not nice, they may back off. So even the teeth is important to everybody.
Okay.
So everything about the human being attracts some to some. Obiani they are attracting to a person, and that's why we say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So there will be a pen or be someone will like light skin, some will like dark one. No, that is how God has made it. God would not make all of us one color, so diversity and differences are what makes this world beautiful. And so God will make some fair, some dark, some short. Some will like short men, and
as opposed to tall men.
Yeah, a friend told me that. Also, do you realize that the cute young men and the short men like TikTok women? I think that it is true. Remember,
to balance the equation.
So these are all things that attract them to men, and the height, the weight, and some like slender women or slender men. Some like tough, some like cute, and all these are what people look out for, and they're important to the marriage. They're important to relationship. And some women will say, "Me the bema take to a dimachina say, on mommy se kakra me pay."
Wow.
What the bema befi? We have oral history tells how the Ashantis will intermarry the Northerners because they wanted giants in their families. And history has that, how Ashantis will intermarry with Northerners because the Northerners were TikTok guys to have mema. That's a mema mra.
Yeah.
And that's how we have this proverb. Your friend mema I don't know. No, oftentimes refer to physique, how tall, how thick, how strong that man is. Perhaps so that in times of war, the history behind this one is in times of war. But now we don't go for wars.
Yeah.
But physique and physical appearance are very important. How important is the physical appearance to marriage? Beauty spices up relationship.
Okay.
Beauty spices up relationship. Just like a woman will say, "Me the bema TikTok if you na or mama chop on the crame peno." The men to say or ban who feed me chikra a yanumiam. Even if I have no money in my pocket and there's a beautiful lady with me as my wife, would baby na no, you are respected because of how beautiful your wife is.
Yeah.
And you can take her to programs. Just like a woman who has married a TikTok person would want her husband follow her everywhere.
Yeah.
For people to know that this is her husband. It applies to all. It tells that physique and physical attraction and appearances are important. They are the health of the relationships. So physical attraction is the health of every relationship and the marriage. And again, physical attraction fuels the urge for deep intimacy. I just want to use raw words.
Okay.
Fuels deep intimacy. Okay, kind of emotions, you know. Dr. Osetu is not here, so I'm going to make but it urges you to do the do.
Yeah.
You know, so if your wife or husband is handsome or beautiful, it urges you for deep intimacy.
Yeah.
And it is very good. You know, ugly face can turn you off. A handsome face can turn you on. Yeah. And again, a beautiful face can turn you on. Yeah. Ugly face can turn you off. I say, excuse my language, I saw down check, I say, do ya? That's our old pals and parents would say so. But if the person is beautiful, you are urged and motivated. So beauty is a motivation for a drive or a ride. Beauty is a motivation for a ride. I was counseling a couple who had been through a certain issues, and at a point the lady would say that, so for that thing is too much for me. So I thought she was joking. I invited the two of them. I asked the young man, your wife says that every night you want to. He said, also, I can't look at this beautiful man by my side and decide not to do anything for the night. I said, wow. Wow. And that's how you put it, that I can't look at this beautiful lady by my side and then I can decide not to touch her. Mom is I'll touch her. She's too beautiful for me. So beauty is a motivation for sex. Okay. So beauty is important in relationships. Again, beauty encourages touch and play. Okay. You know, if you marry a handsome man, you want to play with him. A man with beer, you want to touch the beer and play with the beer. Yeah. But if it's a career like mine, you have nothing to touch. So it means that everything about a human being attracts either the opposite sex or, you know, sometimes even the same sex because of modern day, you know, gayism and stuff and lesbianism. You can look at a woman or a man, even though you are of the same sex, and I still admire that. Wow, this is a beautiful man, or this is a handsome man. You can be a woman and confess that this is a beautiful young woman. You can be a man and also confess that this is a handsome man. It means that beauty is important. If you look at beauty, beauty and physical attractiveness is what would even prompt you first to make a proposal. Okay. Oftentimes, we look at beauty to make a proposal before we begin to settle down to look at character. Beauty is the first thing people always look out for. I can say 90%. We look out for beauty before we say, okay, well, I consider beauty, you're beautiful. Let's go on the courtship, you know, and see if the character is good. Okay. So, what makes people settle or make a proposal? The first thing is not character. The first thing that people often look out for, or the thing that often motivate people to make a proposal, the initial proposal, is physical attractiveness, it's physical beauty. Oh, lady, let me make an approach, let me make a move. Before you come and say that, son, but we need to buy. So the beauty is what often attracts. The beauty is what motivates for proposal. The beauty is what to move your heart. Something, beauty moves even your heart. Not character. We come to character, the details and the feeling.
Yeah.
But what would move your heart? What will make your heart beat more than normal is the beauty of a woman. Now, what to me torso? And that's what we say in Proverbs as a charm.
Yeah.
Now, what for not chichiro, and what for not torso. And sometimes, if you're a man, you can see a beautiful lady. Those days that we are not, or baby, who nana say, unim kasampo, and what for not torso. It happens to women also.
Yeah.
Meet a nice young one, wow, this is a handsome man. And dear Bema will make a proposal. I'm repeating, what will push you, what will motivate you, what will ginger you and urge you to make a proposal often is not character. Oftentimes it's the beauty of the person. How beautiful the person is, how handsome the person is, how fair, how dark, how chocolate the person is, how hairy the person is. These are the things. How big or moderate or whatever the butt is, how big the breasts are. These are the things that you would look out for. And so these would motivate you to say, I love you. Before you'd want to come and say, well, I've looked at your beauty and I want to see your character too, because it would take time to know the character.
Yeah.
It would not take a day to know a person's character. Unless it's so obvious the person might have said something to provoke you or something, but oftentimes it will take days and years to know how good or bad the person is. But how beautiful a person is, how handsome a person is, the very day you meet the person, you would know. So beauty is important because it will urge on or urge you to make a proposal.
Thank you very much.